The parable that teaches us about God's generosity, our attitude towards God's blessings, the call to humility in God's kingdom, and the faith not to give up on God's grace. This is the parable of the workers in the vineyard. Matthew chapter 20, from verse 1 to 16. I read, "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the third hour, and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again he went out about the sixth and ninth hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why stand ye here all day idle? They said unto him, Because no man had hired us. He said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto the stewards, Call the laborers, and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, These last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day. But he answered one of them, and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Did not thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last, even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? Is thy eye evil, because I am good? So the last shall be the first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen." Wow! This parable teaches us about God's generosity, our attitude towards God's blessings, and the call to humility in the kingdom. Faith and hope not to give up. God's grace is often misunderstood. We live in a world where people expect to be rewarded based on their efforts, time, and contributions. Just like the place we read in Matthew 21 to 16, Jesus teaches us a powerful lesson. The kingdom of heaven operates on grace, not fairness. Moral lesson: God's grace is sovereign. God has the right to do what He wants to do to each and every one of us. He blesses whom He wants to, and when He chooses, which is the right time. And it's not for us to question His generosity and timing. All we must know is that His time is always perfect, and not just like most earthly father. He is not a man. If He say He will do it, He will do it. God is a supernatural strategist that perfects all things in the right time. His thought for us is of good and not of evil, as he told us in Jeremiah 29:11. God may not bless you more because you are older than the other person, or because you started your ministry, business before the next. Not even because you got married first, so you should have a child first. Everything happens in His time, at the perfect time. So let's stop comparing our journey to others and trust in God. As He told us in Isaiah 60:22, that He will make all things beautiful in His time. Another eye-catcher here is verse 6, where the master asks the laborers, "Why have you been standing here all day long doing nothing?" And they answered, "Because no one has hired us." Oh, what a faith! Persistence, resistance. They would have given up but chose not to. This teaches us to keep standing when things didn't turn out the way we wanted. It taught us to keep standing when we are left behind, when we are mocked, abandoned, stagnated, limited. God wants us to hold on Him and His word. The laborers did not turn back to go home to curse God or get depressed like some of us would do. But they stood there, even when it was just few hours for the day to be over. I tell you, my friends, that if you do not give up on God and His words, He will surely visit you. And whatever you think or feel others have gotten, you will also have. He will perfect it in His time. Wait for God. Lastly, chapter 16. The first will be last, and the last will be first. This is a very challenging statement. This teaches us that in God's kingdom, human expectation of fairness do not apply. Those who humble themselves and recognize their need for grace will be exalted, while those who pride themselves in their works or experience may find themselves last. Can you imagine that the laborers hired at the 11th hour got the same wages with those hired at the beginning of the day? This is God. He blesses His children with the blessings proposed for them from the beginning, irrespective of the visitation time. Please, let's stop worrying over what we think we're supposed to have but don't have yet, or what people in the same level or grade, social order, have that we don't, or how we have been left behind by our grade, our group, our class. For at the right time, God will make all things beautiful, and whatever thing we think was lost, delayed, hindered, will be given to us, just as these laborers at the 11th hour received the same wage with those hired at the beginning of the day. Thank you, and God bless you. Please like, share, and let us know how the story touched your life in the comment section. Also, watch out for more of African story, tales, and God's word and teaching on this page, Zini African Gospel Tale.